Hey guys, what's up? So, I didn't plan to do a video this week because things have been so ridiculously crazy for me. But something happened today and I really feel like I need to get it out there and I really need to talk about it. So, today is my great aunt's 70th birthday and my mom had planned a surprise party for her weeks and weeks ago, which is fantastic. And I went and I had to leave early because I had a panic attack and I felt horrible about it. But now that I've had some time to go over what had happened, I realize that I'm not a failure, that I'm nothing to be disappointed about. And so I wanted to talk to you guys about what had happened throughout the day and what exactly happened, basically. So the day started off great. I woke up, I felt fantastic, had a shower, got ready, did my hair, did my makeup, went over to my aunt's house to help my family get it set up. So Josh came with us and we were setting it up, which went well. Nothing happened there, but I started to feel nervous because I knew there was going to be a lot of people there and I don't do well in small areas with lots of people. And I could tell that Josh could tell that things were starting to get a little worked up for me. So he turned to me and he said, "Do you want to go for a walk?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." I thought he wanted to go to the store because there's a convenience store on the end of her street. So we start walking and we're walking in the wrong direction. So I turned to him and I'm like, "Where are we going? I thought you wanted to go to the store." He's like, "No, I just wanted to get you out of there and get you some fresh air and I want to talk to you." So I said, "Okay, what's up?" He says, "What can we do to keep you sane today?" And the first thing that went through my mind was, wow, I am so lucky that I have someone who cares about what I'm thinking or what I need. And secondly, just amazing that he knew that I needed something. So I said to him, "I am going to find a comfortable place to sit. I'm going to try to stay there the entire time, eat snacks because my mom brought so much food for this party. I'm going to eat some snacks. I'm going to drink some punch and try my hardest not to talk to anybody, but also not look stuck up." So I'm not going to be on my phone, but I'm going to try to keep to myself. And he's like, "Okay, I will stay with you. I'll stay near you. Just let me know what you need." So we get back to the house, continue to get everything ready, and people start to come because some people were coming early because they were bringing stuff. And I was starting to feel nervous because a few people had shown up. And I was like, "Okay, I can do this. Breathe, breathe," which I did. And then more people started showing up. And so I was in my spot. Found my chair. I was sitting in it. I had my drink. I was okay. Josh was sitting beside me. We were good. My uncle and his wife show up with their kids and they have a new baby. So I'm like, awesome. I will hold the baby. That'll be my focus. So took the baby and I had him on my lap and so I was playing with him and I'm like, okay, I can focus on playing with the baby and that'll keep me okay. That worked out great. Sorry, Delilah's like walking on me. That worked out fantastic until my uncle took the baby. And I'm like, okay. I started to feel very uncomfortable again because more people had arrived. And so there was quite a few people at this point. So I'm like, all right, breathe. I can do this. Josh can tell that it was starting to get to me because he turns to me and he says, "Do you want to go get a snack?" I'm like, yes, please. Please let me get something to eat. So we go and we get food. After we got our plates, he looked at me and I'm like, "Do you mind if we go sit on the stairs and eat?" He's like, "Okay." So we went into the hallway and sat on the stairs to eat away from everybody else. And while I'm eating, what I'm thinking is, people probably think I'm pretty stuck up, that I can't be with everybody else, that I don't want to sit with everyone else. I am sitting off by myself. And the thought that people think that I am stuck up or for whatever reason really upset me and it really started to make my heart race. And so I'm sitting there and I'm like, I don't want people to think that I'm stuck up or that I don't want to be around there. And then the next thing I think of is, why can't I be like my mom and my sister? Because I can hear my mom in the room laughing and chatting, and my sister talking, and they could just talk to anybody. They're the ideal hosts of a party. They could literally sit and talk to anybody about anything, and I can't do that. And so I was just thinking, like, why am I not like them? And it really, that was what set me off. And my heart started racing, and my breath started to catch. And I turned to Josh and I'm like, can you go and tell my mom that I need to leave? And he said, no, I think you should do it. I said, okay. And of course, at this exact time, more people show up. And so now I am stuck in the front hallway, because I was on the stairs in the front hallway trying to get to my mom, and more people had shown up. And so I'm calling to her across the room to tell her that people had come. And she's like, oh, okay. She says hi to them, and she goes to walk away. And I turn to her. I'm like, no, Mom, wait. And she says, you guys are leaving. And I just nodded. And she said, it's too many people. And I nodded again. And at this point, I'm just trying so hard not to start crying. And, sorry. And she says something else, but I didn't hear it, because my only thought was, I need to get out of here before people see me crying, because I'm in the middle of a room full of tons of people, and I'm starting to cry. And so I didn't want anyone to see me like that as I'm doing a video and I'm crying. Makes so much sense. Anyway, so I turn and I try to go back into the hallway, but those people who had just arrived are still standing there, and I'm stuck. And the only thing I could think of is, I need to get out of here. I need to get out of here. And so I'm saying, excuse me, still trying to hold in that I'm crying, still trying to hold it in so that people can't see me. And I'm just saying, excuse me, and they're not, either they can't hear me, or for whatever reason they can't move because there's more people, because there's so many people there at this point. So I think there's enough room between the gentleman and the wall, so I tried to squeeze through, and I guess there wasn't, because I pushed him a little bit. And at that point, I didn't even think about it. I was just like, I need to get out of here. Now I kind of feel bad. I kind of feel like an asshole. But at that point, the only thing I could think of was, I need to get out of here. So because I was one of the first people to get to the house, because we had it at her house, all my coat and my shoes were covered by everyone else's. So I'm like digging through this pile of shoes, trying to find my shoes. But at this point I am bawling, and I'm trying to use my hair to like cover my face so that people can't see that I'm crying. And my mom and dad's friend was grabbing her stuff because she was going outside to have a smoke, and she's trying to talk to me. She's trying to like make a joke, because she knows what's happening, because you can just see tears falling to the ground as I'm trying to search for my stuff. I eventually finally grab my shoes, grab my coat, and I book it out, and I feel bad because she's trying to talk to me and I didn't even say anything. I didn't even turn to say goodbye. But the only thing I could think of was, I have to get out of here. My heart was racing, bawling my eyes out, trying to like catch my breath, book it to the car. And when I get to the car, I could not roll down the windows fast enough to get air in. I was hyperventilating, and I just couldn't breathe, and I could just hear Josh scream, breathe, babe, breathe, you could do it. And I could barely hear what he was saying, because my heart was racing, my breath was heavy. And so eventually I catch my breath. After a few minutes, I'm able to start breathing again. And he asked me if I want to go straight home or if I want to go for a drive. I say I want to go straight home because my whole family's at this party, so I knew that I had the house to myself. And that was 2.5 hours ago. It took me 2 hours to realize that that wasn't a failure, because I got home and I felt like crap. I felt like a failure. I felt horrible because I couldn't just go to a party. And it took 2 hours for me to calm down enough to listen to Josh, because the whole time he was telling me that I wasn't a failure. And I'm like, no, I am. Like, I can't go to a social function. And so it took me 2 hours to calm down enough to realize that I'm not a failure, because I did a lot of things today. I got up, I had a shower, I got dressed, I did my hair, I did my makeup, and I went out and I did socialize with people. And 2 years ago, that was just not a possibility for me. I wouldn't even leave my bed, let alone have a shower, let alone do my hair, do my makeup, and leave. I didn't do those things 2 years ago. So this was a win for me. And even though I have come so far, I will always struggle with mental illness. I will always struggle with seemingly simple things to other people will always be a struggle for me. And I just wanted to make this video to let you guys know that even if you have a bad day, that doesn't mean that your recovery is halted or that you're regressing. It just means that you had a bad day. It's not always stop and go. It's not always, oh, I fucked this up. There goes all that hard work I did. Because that's not the reality of living with a mental illness. The reality is you have to fight every single day, and every single day is a fight. So even though I feel like I lost this one, I really didn't, because it was just a stepping stone to continue on to my recovery. So sorry for my rambling. I didn't think that this would take this long. But I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope you continue to live beautiful lives.